Okay, we'll see what this one turns out to be. It's a common one that I've done heaps of times in my work. So let's see if we can make this one look good. Right, we're going to make this into a negative image for something different. And the background colour. We're not going to go brown. Brown is a yucky colour for this. So I'm wondering if we're going to stay on the red. So we're going to set this up. Okay. Going to make it go there. Right, what do we got? Right, we're going to see what this one is. It is Taaaget, and it shows some Barbie dolls, some girls with their Barbies. I don't like dolls. I never liked playing with dolls. I always liked trucks and cars and stuff like that. I'm a bit of a tomboy, so I don't tend to gravitate towards some types of girly shit. So we're going at 141.4, but I don't tend to be attracted towards that sort of shit. Yeah. I never, even though my parents tried to feminise me as a child by buying dolls, I just didn't play with my dolls very often, if at all, and I just didn't like them. And they tried to force dolls down my throat by buying them. I didn't want fucking dolls. Sometimes they bought me cars and trucks, or mainly cars. I never had any trucks, I don't think, but I had cars. Now this looks really good. This has come up a treat. First go, I'm happy. So I just didn't like dolls. So this is what we've just done. Going to consign it to the recycle pile. But basically I just don't like dolls, and I still don't like them to this day. You know, I just don't like them. They're all full of plastic, and the plastic stinks. Like, I remember the smell of the dolls. The plastic they used had a really toxic sort of a smell. So it couldn't be healthy for my fucking health. No, could be carcinogenic. This was back in the 70s. So they had a certain smell about them which I just didn't like either. So I just didn't like dolls. I just wasn't interested in that sort of shit. I just wasn't interested. But that's the way society can often be. They don't like things that are different, you know. They think there's something wrong with a girl if she doesn't want to play with dolls. So yeah. But there isn't anything wrong with that, you know. I'm going to be building photocopiers one day. So having a bit of a leaning towards masculinized interests can be a benefit when you're designing something as high-end as a state-of-the-art photocopier. So having a bit of a masculinized tendency. I'm not totally like that. I do love Luigi, and I'm going to get married. But for those people who don't fit in with the stereotypes, you know, that's your business. You know, you can just be yourselves. Be yourselves, folks. If you don't like the male or female stereotypes that society wants to force, don't bother with it. Just do what you want to do. Do your own thing. But that's what, especially living in the 70s and living in the 80s, my parents just wanted me to be a normal girl. But having the masculinized tendencies is good for building photocopiers. So I found a use for this tendency to be drawn towards male-oriented work. So, yeah, just be yourselves, folks. If you like that sort of thing, right. And if you're a boy that loves to play with dolls, don't feel bad about it, you know. You might make a really good father, for example, if you're very sensitive. So yeah, don't worry about if if you're a bloke and you want to play with dolls. That's your business. Although I know parents are like that. Parents can be really mean and horrible and difficult, but I know my parents were trying their best. My dad never knew what love was, so I didn't get parented in the most loving sense. I know my mum loves me now. She's improved. I don't think she used to love me in the past, but I think she loves me now. But my father is still an asshole. But I have to forgive him eventually, and forgive my brother for being an asshole too. So yeah, my family wasn't a loving family when I was being brought up. So it was a bit trivial. My parents trying to feminise me, or maybe it was my father, I think, who really was being strict about being big on trying to make me into a real girl by buying me dolls and expecting me to do what he wanted. And he doesn't like my passion for photocopier art either, so that really strikes an angry chord in me, because my dad does not agree with my photocopier art, which is the only thing I've stuck with and I've been good at, and Dad still hates it. But enough of that. But anyway, I think we've made this Barbie thing look quite nice, so I think now we can call it quits.